तो यार इस वीडियो में हम बात कर रहे होंगे एसोसिएट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर एट गूगल। मतलब एक फ्रेशर कैसे एसोसिएट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर बन सकता है, मतलब क्या क्या राउंड्स होते हैं, हाउ कैन यू अप्रोच दिस रोल। एसोसिएट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर बेसिकली वो रोल होता है जिसमें तुम्हें कोडिंग की जरूरत नहीं होती, बट यू शुड बी गुड एट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग। मतलब तुम्हें कोड नहीं करना है, बट तुम्हारा पर्सपेक्टिव ब्रॉड होना चाहिए, रिलेटेड टू बिजनेस, रिलेटेड टू डिजाइनिंग, रिलेटेड टू इंजीनियरिंग, रिलेटेड टू एवरीथिंग। मतलब तुम्हारा ब्रॉड पर्सपेक्टिव होना चाहिए। एसोसिएट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर इज अ पर्सन हु डील्स विद ईच एंड एवरीवन। वो बिजनेस भी देखता है, ही also talks to people who are working in design, he talks to the engineering teams also, and overall product को maintain करता है, product को चलाता है। he is the one who is the sole owner of that particular product। तो उसे associate product manager role बोलते हैं। like further growth होती है इस role में as a product manager। तो इस वीडियो में यार हमारे साथ होने वाली है श्रीनिधि। she has interviewed at Google for associate product manager। she went till the last round, but we'll talk with her ki what was her experience, how she prepared for this particular role, and what was asked in Google's associate product manager। इसके अलावा she has got opportunity to interview at companies like LinkedIn, like DE Shaw and Group, Samsung Research, Intuit, and a lot more through LinkedIn। So we'll talk with her how she got that opportunity through LinkedIn, how recruiter reached out to her on LinkedIn for an opportunity at their company। Also, she landed up an offer with Walmart। We'll talk with her regarding her experience of Walmart also। वीडियो को अभी तक लाइक नहीं किया तो लाइक कर दो, सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया चैनल को तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर दो। बहुत सारा अमेजिंग कंटेंट आने वाला है, एंड आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग 6 कंपनीज 30 days challenge। More than 2000 people are participating। For more details, check out the video in the I button that is coming। Along with that, you can check out previous videos where all the details are given। So I recommend each and every one of you to give that challenge। Before starting this video, there's a small message for you all from Relevel। Relevel, as you people know, it's a platform by Unacademy through which you can get to your dream job within 15 days। There's no role of resume, there's no role of your college tier। All you have to do is give a test, appear for the test, score above 700 in that test, you will be automatically moved on to interviews at different companies, different startups। So recently they have launched their new program, that is associate product manager role at different startups। A lot of startups from the ranges of Misho are hiring through Relevel for associate product manager role, and all freshers can apply for it। You can check out the details about associate product manager role, what all things are required, what is the process of test going to be, there will be an aptitude test, what all things are there, it will be there in complete detail। So do check that out for more details about associate product manager role also, and do give this test। I would recommend each and everyone to give this test so that you can land an offer at your dream startup in product management। So this is for those people who are not much interested into coding, but they are good at problem solving। They want to be in some management position, but also wants to be in tech। तो check कर लेना एक बार जरूर, link I'll give in the comment section। And now let's move on to the video। This is Harsh Goel। Today I have with me Srinithi from SSN College, and today we'll talk with her regarding how she leveraged LinkedIn and how she got invited by various recruiters of amazing companies like Intuit, DShaw, Amazon, Google, and how can you particularly optimize your LinkedIn profile, or how can you make it better, or what all tips in general we can get from Srinithi as she has been into it। Also, she has got offers from companies like Walmart and Citibank। Along with that, she has been into the process of Google APM। APM is a role, basically it's associate product manager। So this is something that is really booming up and people are not aware of such fields। So we'll talk with her regarding everything। Before starting this session, I would like to have a brief introduction of Srinithi।
Yeah, thank you, Harsh। So yeah, I'm Srinithi, and I'm currently doing my final year in computer science and engineering in SSN, which is a college in Chennai। So about me, I am a person who really likes computer and like how it solves problems for like the common people। And like that being said, I started coding in grade 12, and then ever since then I started really like my interest like really became higher and higher, and then I started getting into this field, and that's why I'm doing my PE in computer science। So almost about my placement preparation, I started my preparation in like I think mid of second year, and then I started giving interviews with like different companies, mocks, and I also had like coding clubs in my college, so like I used their resources and obviously resources on the net to really get the hang of coding, and then like giving interviews and stuff। So I got an offer through college at Citibank, and I've also had an internship offer at Walmart through off campus. So that's about
Great.
me. I'm currently in my final year.
Amazing, amazing. So that's something really amazing to hear about your achievements, about your journey. Someone who is like currently at your pace, maybe who is in his fourth year, third year, and looking out for internship placements, or someone who is recently starting up his or her college. So I would like to know your journey. How was your college experience? How you started up with programming, so that it can help inspire someone who is just at your position, like who is just starting up with college.
Yeah, so like I said, I started coding in 12th. So I did my my education ISE, which is ICSE in 12th. So I was completely using Java for programming, which is actually, you know, like a common misnomer that it's really hard. But when you start off, I started off with Java, which is object-oriented programming as well. So I found it really easy as well. And like, so my major programming language that I use is Java. So my first year of college was really like just another student, you know, it was just like trying to make and make a couple of friends, really and get to know everybody. And then the whole preparation towards, you know, getting a job or an interview, or just about an internship, like all of that happened in the middle of second year, like I said earlier. So like I think I'm a person who really just focuses on skills and like strong knowledge of like the basics of computers and like programming, other than really going into the depth and you know, like the too complicated stuff. I'm not really a person who does that. And yeah, so how I started my whole programming journey was actually I didn't do CP. I didn't really do CP as much because I found it really difficult to really you know, understand first of all the question and then realize, you know, like what data structure to use and all of that. So I started off with the HackerRank. Like that was the first. Like that's how I started programming completely. So you know, you have your language specifications, right? Like those star ratings. So I focused on improving my skills in Java and Python. So I did that, and once I got the hang of the language, I started giving like contests on LeetCode itself, and I definitely use LeetCode for practicing like a real lot of problems. And in order to get that, you know, the interview feel, like, you know, to like solve it within like a proper time frame, the contest really helped me a lot. So I kept giving contests on LeetCode. But other than that preparation, I really use InterviewBit and LeetCode for coding. And for like system design, I used blocking the system design interview. So that is something I used to like learn from. And for like computer science fundamentals, I use Geeks for Geeks. So that's how my preparation itself started. But to like really understand the data structures and all, I started like reading articles on HackerEarth. So that gave me like a good idea of what has to be, you know, like how you implement a particular data structure and all of that. So like that's how my journey started. I would still say that I am confident in data structures and algorithms, but again, like when it comes to like I think I'm comfortable till twice, to be honest. But like anything beyond that, like I haven't really like given my like, you know, my attempt at it yet. So I'm not like a sports programmer, but I really like the art of solving problems using data structures.
Got it. Perfectly amazing journey, I must say, Srinithi. I mentioned about LinkedIn, right? So how have you leveraged your LinkedIn? Like you have received opportunities from different companies, different recruiters reaching out to you for opportunities at companies like T-Shaw, Intuit, Amazon, Google. So like what should, like how a person who is like noob at LinkedIn or noob at networking, how he should leverage LinkedIn as a platform, or how you can say it's the best, what is the best way to use LinkedIn so that we can reach up to those opportunities that everyone aims at. So like I would like to know your view upon leveraging LinkedIn as a platform.
So honestly, I didn't know about LinkedIn until like my second year. So I started building on my LinkedIn profile only in the middle of my second year. Like I said, when I started my whole placement preparation. So you know, for students of my age, they're always into, you know, social media like Instagram and like Facebook, and like, you know, it's more about like sharing with your friends and stuff. But LinkedIn is really a very, very, very powerful tool that really helped me throughout my whole application process and like, getting offers as well. So like for me, I started off like again, you have the whole when you set up your LinkedIn profile itself, you have like I think a 7 step process. So ensure that you complete all 7 process. And again, the most important thing for LinkedIn is you just have to really quantify and magnify even like a very small achievement of yours, because you can't really say that your achievement is small or not, because it's very relative. Something that might be very like trivial for you will really make a huge difference in in making you get another opportunity in a huge company. So that's something I really learned from LinkedIn. So again, about like optimizing like in LinkedIn, I would firstly say like build your connections. So that is really really important. As a fresher, it's going to be really hard because you're probably just going to send out connection requests to your friends and just like get the numbers right. But honestly, you need to go beyond that, and like if all of us will have our own dream companies, right? So try to find employees in a particular company that you're targeting for, and then like send them connection requests. And again, when you send connection requests, try to like send like a personalized note, because they're gonna have like a huge list of people who are sending the connection requests on like a daily basis. So you want your request to be like stood out, and you need like a reason why you want to connect with a certain person. So that being said, put in like a sweet message saying like if you know them earlier, just say like yeah, we work on this and this, so I'd like to connect with you for like further guidance or something. Else, you can just also just say like, hey, I really look up to your work, or I really want to work in your company. Can you like share some insights on how to get in? Something like that, like just the purpose of why you want to connect with somebody. So that would be like your first input, like to get your connections right. And secondly, I think you need to be a little active on the platform. So you might just like scroll through the whole feed, and then you might come across something that you like. So when you put that additional effort to really just like the button, it magnifies the reach. It lets somebody else know that, hey, look, this is something that interests this girl, so she might like this opportunity. That is like a potential way in which you can really like reveal yourself and your interest on that platform. So like try to be a little active on LinkedIn, like comment your thoughts and all of that. And I know like for a fresher it can be quite hard to really create content, but like if you can, I mean, I haven't done that myself, but if you can, it'll be really cool if you put up like tech blogs, or like like your articles, something that you are passionate about. You can just put that up like consistently. So that is something that will really help, because I mean, again, at the start it's going to be really hard. Like I mean, you'll obviously know it better than anybody else. So like it's going to be like progressive as time passes by. So you can like create content, like something that you're passionate about. So that will be really helpful to get your reach. And also try to send out connection requests to a lot of recruiters, because recruiters are like the person who is going to be your point of contact to like getting into a company, right? So like the more you get to know recruiters, I think the better it is for you, because when they see your connection request, they're probably going to look through your profile. So they will know like what you have done and what you haven't done. So that will again like build an opportunity for you to get an opportunity itself in your dream company. So that is another thing that you can put. And also like in the positions, like the experience section, right? So for freshers, we won't have too much to do, because unless you've done an internship, you won't really have something like really put up there. So you can include like your leadership or like any volunteering, or like some positions in which you've like really been the team lead. Try putting emphasis on that. You can put that as an experience, because that is going to like really really magnify your profile, because they're going to know that you can work in a team and also lead a team. So that is something that that really like that is very important in my profile, at least. So I really like worked on that. So I just wanted to like let the recruiters know that I can also like lead a team, and that is a good way of doing that. So and also there are like so many contests out there, like Kickstart from Google, and then like there are like certain programs for girls itself, like like Developer by Twitter and stuff like that, like Microsoft Engage and all of that, right? So even if you like got an opportunity, if you're shortlisted in something, so in some mentorship program, put that in your experience. That is all going to like really count as a value add for your profile. So these are like few things that I did personally to like make my LinkedIn a little bit more stronger. Like, so I actually got emails from like recruiters from like such huge companies. But other than that, like I can give you an example about like how it is like really helpful, because sometimes it is not really necessary to like let your profile be open to work. That is an option in LinkedIn, right? So it need not necessarily be open to work, because you have recruiters reaching out even if you're not open, just in case, because if they find your profile interesting, they will really just like reach out to you whether or not you are open to working like at the moment. So like for me, I published an article in IEEE, so I think that happened last year. So I put up like a post about that, saying like this is my article, and like do give it a read whenever like you have time. And I put my article up there. So I got like an email from a recruiter from Samsung Research talking to me about my paper and like how he would like to like work with me on some projects. So that is like the lead that LinkedIn really gives you, because it is really powerful, like the way you use it. So that would be like my piece of like advice. So it's something I've really learned, because honestly, I haven't really applied to any program outside. It's all been like emails from recruiters like reaching out to me, and then like me applying and getting the test and stuff like that. So that really helps, makes a huge difference, because it completely like runs through the whole process of resume screening, and even just getting the link itself, the test link, that itself is so hard these days. So when you have like the recruiter reaching out to you, like it really gives you like a jump start, and yeah, that's what LinkedIn does for you.
Definitely. Like all the points, I do agree with you. Basically, what we are doing is how well we can sell ourselves, right? So LinkedIn is that
Exactly
platform where we can go and sell ourselves, be it putting out content, be it putting out, making good connections, making good network. Like if I talk about my profile, like I have been putting out content from quite some time, like be it related to anything. Like even if there is any hackathon that I have on, so I've put content related to that. If there is anything in general that I'm putting, so I have been receiving a lot of mails from recruiters from different companies, like for an opportunity at their place or so. So
yeah.
that's something people should try to leverage. I'm damn sure that people are not very confident about like how people they are thinking more about how people will think, what kind of content they are putting. Like my
Exactly.
would be to just start up with the things and everything will go with the flow. Like everyone is new to the platform. It's just the start that is more important rather than the complete, like
Exactly.
without thinking much. Don't think about what people will think. What are your thoughts? Just be original. Make sure
And be consistent.
it adds value to your network, and that's something that should be on the platform. So in this way, basically we can try using LinkedIn to the best of and like I also know a lot of people who have got to amazing companies, amazing opportunities through LinkedIn. So it's a very powerful tool, I must say. That's fine. Now talking about your experience, like you have got an internship at Walmart, right? So how was the process at Walmart? What all number of rounds you went through, and how it actually, like how you landed up to this particular opportunity? I would like to tell more about this opportunity to my audience.
Yeah, sure. So this whole thing happened through Codehurst. So that was a coding contest that Walmart conducted. I think in September, around September-ish. I'm not too sure about the month, but yeah, that was when when it happened, I suppose. So the test itself, like it was spanning across 2 days. So the first day, it was all about MCQs. I think we had about 20 MCQs. I'm not too sure about the number. But I think 20 MCQs about fundamentals and OS, DBMS, and all of that, compiler design and stuff like that, and obviously data structures. So I had that, and also had like a time limit to solve all of it. So only if you you qualified that round, you will be eligible to take the coding test. So the next day I had my coding test, in which I had to solve 2 questions, I think in about 1.5 hours. So the question difficulty level was about like medium hard. So because and like through reading through the experiences on Geeks for Geeks about Walmart itself, I got to know that the OA itself is very hard. So if you clear that, your interviews become like a lot easier. So that was like the main thing. Like that's where I I had to like put in like a lot of effort, because I had to clear that to get the interview. So this whole process, like the whole coders contest, it saw about 50,000 participants. Like it was a girls only event. So almost like 50,000 girls all across India, like regardless of which college tier they are from, like they all across we participated. And I think like the top 100, they got opportunities to like interview with Walmart for full-time roles and for internships. So I think the 2021 batches, they got like direct full-time offers. And 2022 batch, we had like, we were only like considered for internships, like 6-month internships. So that happened and I had to wait about 2 months to get my interview itself. So I had my interview on November 23rd. So the one thing I really want to emphasize about Walmart is they finished the whole interview process, like from giving the interview and also getting the result on the same day. So I had like 2 rounds of interviews. One was technical round that lasted about like an hour and I think 1 hour 15 minutes. So it was all about DSA and like coding questions and also like a little bit about computer fundamentals, just about like OS and DBMS. I was asked to like about a couple of SQL queries and all of that. And there was also like a general talk about projects and my resume and my interests and all of that. After that, I had like, so that was again like an elimination round. So like if you didn't do well, you won't go to the next round. So after clearing that, I got like a call for the next round, which was like hiring manager round. But you know like how HR rounds are hiring manager and HR rounds are usually about like your strength and weakness. But over here, it was more about technical itself. I had like another coding question in the hiring manager round. So and I had like SQL queries to like to write down as well. So I had that, and then I was when it was more about like team fit and cultural fit. Like I was given like a situation in which I have to like tell them how I would react to it or like what I would do to make a certain situation better and stuff like that. So that is one thing that really stood out in that whole interview process. So I think the whole the 2 interviews, it got over around like 6:30. And I got my results at 8, and they told me that I'm selected for the internship and all of that. And yeah, that's about it. So like now we have the whole like onboarding process going on behind the scenes.
Amazing. Also, one thing more, like you have applied for Google APM, that is Associate Product Manager. Like not many people are aware of such opportunities. Like it's something more inclined towards management, not management, I would say someone who is a good problem solver, like not particularly much oriented towards programming, but good at problem solving. Basically, product managers are people who are a bridge between software developers, UI, UX, who are a bridge between management, business. So all these combine to one person who talks to everyone. Product manager is a person who talks to developers, also who talks to design people, also who talks to business, also who talks to like PR team also. So that point is basically, if I'm not wrong, that is someone who is known as a product manager in a company. So you applied for APM by Google. So would like to understand a little more about the role, what APM does, and how you applied for this opportunity. What all rounds were conducted for Google APM?
Yeah, sure. So I got to know about this whole opportunity like about last year. So when I was in my 3rd year. So like your 3rd year students are eligible for internships as well. So I actually wanted to like try for the internship. So I applied last year for the internship with a referral. So I got I think some PM on LinkedIn again, and he was really gracious and he helped me with the referral. So after like referring, I thought I'd really like, get a call or something, but unfortunately I didn't. So I didn't even get like a call for the phone screen. So and I lost my hopes, obviously. But like this year, it was like more competitive because usually the application process, like the whole duration is open for about 1 week. But this year was open for only 3 days. So I just wanted to like shoot my luck, and I didn't really have any hopes, but I just did want to apply because I didn't want to miss it. So I applied this time without a referral. And so the whole APM program by itself is like an associate product manager role at Google. So there are only 45 positions available, like open every year for these positions, and it's one of the most prestigious like programs for any undergrad in tech. So I applied for the offices in the US, and like luckily, I got a call back from the recruiter saying like they're interested in moving ahead with my profile. So again, so one thing I learned about this was, for a regular SDE role, you have to like curate a different resume, but for an APM role, like a product manager role, you want to really focus on how you can work with the team and your communication skills, and it's all about like leadership and stuff like that they really focus on, and not really about the technical side. Like that is something that I really learned about while applying for the APM program. That being said, I had like my first phone screen interview. So since it was in the Google like US offices, it was all like I had like the time zones were all like kind of a mess. So I had to like stay up late nights to give my interviews and all of that. But one thing about this is like it's all about the network. Like this program is taking students only from Ivy Leagues. So that's like Harvard, Stanford, and all of that, MIT. So during the whole, to like give the phone screen itself, we had like a preparation session in which like we could like all get on a group call and then talk to our recruiter itself about like what are the questions we can expect, how do we prepare, and all of that. So Google itself, they gave us like a couple of resources that we can use to prepare for the same. So we use that, and we also like talk to each other about like how we can do better in the interview and like which stage you are at, and it's all about like a collaborative platform in which you can learn from each other and also like help each other. So that was a very nice thing that I got out of the program. So after that, like the one thing that really I would say like a drawback, but something that like really was hard for me, I would say, is the fact that it took like forever. The whole process took like about 3 months, and it's like so many days I had to like wait to like get the response itself. So about the rounds, I had like we have almost like 7 interviews. So like there's one phone screen, and then you have 5 virtual on-sites. And so about the 5 virtual on-sites, you have one technical round, and that technical round is basically system design. So it's not like complete coding. You won't be asked coding at all, because our product manager's role is basically like an influx of business design and tech. So you don't have to like really code, but you need to know like how to like design a load balancer, and like how the basic system design is like what they expect you to know, so that you can work with their tech teams. And after that, you have like product estimation, you have strategy, product design, and product analysis. So I would like product design would be as simple as they will ask you to design some product like say an alarm for the client. So they will just think that's how your question would be. So and then you have to like start building on it, and there are like several frameworks available like circles and all of that. So that's what you use to really like build your answer and then give them an answer. Next, product strategy would be like say for example, say Google wants to enter into the ride-sharing market like Uber and Lyft in the US. So we are, as a PM, would you suggest such a move? Like, do you think Google should take such a move? So that is something like strategy and all of that. So that is another part of the question that they can ask. And next is like product estimation. So that, like for example, they will ask you, say like how many queries do you think a Google search engine will get like every minute? So like you need to get the math and like get like you really like arrive at the answer based on like actual facts. So like you need to be good at math as well to like get that right. So those were like the 5 virtual on-sites basically. And after that, you have like a long time to wait, and then like you have to like get back for the recruiter to get back to you and all of that. And after that, the final interview was with the VP of Google, with the Vice President of Google. So I can't get the details about that, but like yeah, that is the final round. After that, it is the hiring committee and like team matching round. So after that, you basically get the offer.
Got it.
That happened, but like for me, in my case, like the teams filled up really fast. So like there were only like 10 positions open. So then by the time I gave my interviews, it was already really late. So I mean, I was just like, thankful for the experience that I gained, like have come so far.
Definitely, it's the experience that you've got is really something That's worthwhile. Definitely, I hope your experiences would be really very helpful to my audience about your experience of using LinkedIn or your Google APM experience or your Walmart experience. So wrapping up with today's session, this was really something very, very insightful. I got to understand a lot of things about APM particularly. Uh, any final piece of advice that you would like to give to the audience?
I myself don't feel like I'm eligible to really give an advice because I'm like a final year student. But something that I've been like swearing by is the fact that I have to be really consistent and sincere in everything that I'm doing. So like, make your progress, like however small it is, try to make progress with time. So keep putting in your efforts because it's definitely going to pay off at the end of the day. Try to, improve your skill, try to become like a better person at heart and not just technically, but also like a better person itself, help others, and yeah. So I would say like that is something that is very important. Like do not like lose faith. Like just keep believing, just trust in the process, and like keep doing your effort because I know right now like just as much as we have so many jobs available, it's really hard to get it because the competition is super hard. So just keep giving efforts and just trust in God and like wait for it to come.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Srinithi, once again for being on my channel, sharing your journey, sharing your experiences. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
I hope Srinithi's journey would have helped you understand कि एसोसिएट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर के लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं, लिंक्डइन को बेटर कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, लिंक्डइन के थ्रू अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैसे मिल सकती हैं हमें, एंड हर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ वॉलमार्ट वुड आल्सो हैव हेल्प्ड यू अ लॉट. So for more such amazing content, more such videos, don't forget to like this video, subscribe this channel. Let me know what all things you're looking forward to in the future videos. Till then, stay tuned. All the best. Good luck. Bye bye.